you said something that we want to take people to another level. The easy thing is to pray for them. What we want to ask them is, do you want to be able to pray for yourself? I would like to introduce you to the one who I'm going to, because you may not be able to reach me, but you can reach him. Would you like to get access to him yourself?
And I'm glad you said that because the lady that I work with, that's so anxious, I'm telling her, you have to pray this. You have to believe this Philippians 4 and 6 for yourself too. You have to pray it for yourself. Um, so I like to think it.
So you want to ask her, does she know him?
Do you know? I'm at the.
Not see, because otherwise it's a principle that's gone over their head. It's got to
Mhm.
become that personal relationship first. And that if you know him, then that means you need to get to know him. If you enter into the relationship, that means you need to get to know him by getting into his word so you can be a recipient of his promises.
Yeah.
Because what will happen is they'll look for a glorious saint to say, will you pray for me? And say, I'm going to do that, but I also want to ask you, do you want to pray for yourself? And I can tell you how you can get this same hookup that you think I got. That's that next. That's that next. That's the little push. That's the little push. That really is it. So
I'm scared to tell you the rest because you might push me a little bit more.
okay, okay, okay. So what do you? Okay, let's.
Um, this weekend I got to see this young lady that I brought to church that was in prison for a while. Anyway, she had a double. I don't want to say it wrong, but she got both her breasts
Double
removed.
mastectomy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she got them both removed, and we went to see her, and she was telling me that she goes home the next day, and I'm like, go home the next day? So when I get to the hospital, she's laying in the bed, and she just talking, and I'm like, wait a minute. Then she said, you want to see Miss Tracy? And so I'm like, okay. So I look. So anyway, she was just talking about Jesus, how Jesus has just helped her. She says the only reason why I'm feeling as good as I'm feeling is because it's Jesus. Now in my brain, and I'm just going to share with you that she liked women, and her woman friend was there, and all they was doing was proclaiming Jesus through the whole process. So that was hard doing it. Their heart is going to change because I'm telling you, all when I was in that hospital room, all they called on was Jesus.
The problem wasn't them calling on Jesus. The problem was the perception that you had trying to determine if there was a relationship.
Yes.
And that's why we say we don't condemn.
Right.
We just don't. Okay, we don't condemn because you don't know what God's doing.
Right.
That's
Right.
the whole thing of saying you don't know what He's doing, but because what you heard is the name, and what He said, if the name, and if there, He's already said He'd get anybody to lift up His name. All He wants is His name to be lifted. If that's what they want to do, somebody else heard it. Are you following me? That so that otherwise you don't get distracted by they. No, it's like no. What you heard, because your eyes will distract you.
Right.
That's why. Now you follow. What she showed us was, now if they, according to how you describe them, can do it,
Right.
what does that say?
What is our problem?
Oh, now you're talking. You see.
Yes.
So here's the real deal. I'm really just stopping that. I'm not gonna keep you all because the reality is, y'all need to get in a hurry. There's got to be urgency. You got to be thinking about urgency. Don't become so comfortable with what God is doing with you and these other folk. Some of these folk, if they get saved, they're gonna be better people. That's why I pray for the Spirit of God to move in Uncle Donald, so the MAGA world can become saints. So